ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is the Weather Extreme video. This is for Tuesday afternoon, the 29th day of July. Hot, muggy weather for Alabama today. Some spots getting a big storm this afternoon. In other words, typical late July weather. Let's go look at some of the Skycam shots around the state this afternoon. We'll begin with the look coming from Birmingham. That's our Skycam looking to the north from the top of the Daniel Building downtown. A few cumulus clouds. The better coverage of the storms so far north of here. From Tuscaloosa, same looking sky. Not much development so far. Chehaw, more clouds than sun there. In fact, they're only showing 80 at Mount Chehaw right now. There's the water vapor satellite imagery. Nice looking shortwave up on the Canadian border there, north of Minnesota. What's left of Dolly is out there across the Central Plains states, working back into the westerlies. We note a tropical wave coming into southeast Louisiana. And you can see those storms firing up across the Tennessee Valley. There's a look at the radar at 1:33 this year. I'm sorry, 2:33. Take that back. 2:33, and you can see we've got the most active storms over the northern part of the state, but notice other ones are forming in other sectors of the state, and I think we'll see those increasing as time rolls along this afternoon. In terms of organized severe weather, the opportunities are primarily up north, but no doubt we'll see some hefty ones down here because of this. Yikes, I see a surface-based CAPE of 4,000 joules per kilogram. Looks like that thing is centered right around Alexander City in Tallapoosa County. Otherwise, CAPEs are over 3,500 through a pretty good chunk of Alabama, so it's very, very unstable air mass. And again, those numbers are awfully high for spring, but not necessarily for summer. That's what happens when the air gets hot and the dew points are high. Expected rain around the nation for the next 5 days. This is suggesting about 1 inch here. Heavier rains on the Gulf Coast. Bullseye, 5.7 inches. About 80 miles, 100 miles north of Tampa Bay. And again, a lot of uncertainty is out there in what happens this weekend with the northeastern Gulf in terms of tropical type development. We'll talk about that. First off, here's where we stand now. There's that wave coming up into Louisiana. And by golly, that thing looks like it's got some pretty good outflow, but it's working inland now without a chance to develop, and the storms are firing nicely over the eastern Gulf back into Florida. And there's a look at the shenanigans out in the eastern Atlantic. Nothing extremely organized, but we'll keep an eye on those in coming days. Here's the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground. See a shortwave over Oklahoma, and again, really, that is what used to be Dolly. And out there, they've got you can see a few showers that could form, but a very deep moisture in place here tomorrow. So again, by afternoon, we'll expect to see scattered showers and storms, probably widespread down south. Thursday still looks like it could be the wettest day. And again, it looks like the GFS is trying to lower the pressures down there in the northeastern Gulf. And then Friday, really the moist air goes nowhere. We've still got very moist air in place over most of Alabama. So really Thursday and Friday, we're fairly comfortable now on both days and discussing the possibility of scattered to numerous showers and storms. There's a look at Saturday, and a ridge begins to build. And as the heights go up, the air becomes more stable and the thunderstorms are shunted down to the south. I still think the trend toward fewer showers and storms on Saturday and Sunday looks good. Maybe few, if any, storms for the northern half of the state. And then Sunday, whoa, Nelly, look at the 594 circle developing north of here. And at the surface, Alabama looks hot and dry. And again, you note that cluster of storms that shows up down there south of Pensacola. Monday of next week, ooh, boy, that 594 circle expands, but to the south, got that little low tropical wave, whatever, coming up into New Orleans and the coast of Mississippi now. And again, we've seen the GFS with pure model madness. Every run's looking different on this thing. And then Tuesday of next week, it kind of moves it up into Louisiana, really keeping us high and dry. And Wednesday of next week looks pretty quiet. Let me just say the confidence beyond the weekend is pretty small, really from Sunday on. We'll just have to watch and see if anything can crank up down there in the northern Gulf. At the end of the cycle on the 14th, nice trough over the east. And that would suggest maybe a pretty low humidity type air mass. But, that will probably be gone the next time we Look at the old GFS. You know how that goes. That's it for the Weather Extreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.